Hey guys, it's me again, Barry with Barry's 8-Track and Classic Car Radio Repair, and today's demonstrations on an interestingly morphed together system. This is a Pontiac radio combined with a Ranger 8-track unit, and as you guys might know, once a radio has been converted for optimum performance and maximum power, that means running into an isolated speaker system. Most 8-tracks will no longer work together with it because the radio or the 8-track are designed to work into a common ground speaker system. So the best solution for this type of combination, for any combination really, is to send both units in for conversion, and that way we can optimize the way they work together for optimum system performance. So let's go ahead and this brief demonstration, brief description. The radio has had a basic modern FM conversion with Bluetooth, and then of course the 8-track has been converted to work with the radio by providing its own line level output, which I have provided with my own special preamp, which is designed to sound brighter than the original. So let's go ahead and turn the radio on, run it through some tests.
Interested, call 928-771-8200.
The Cloud. We've got you covered with nothing.
Okay, and I'm going to just run her down the dial here. Make sure we pick up some FM stations.
Understanding of ocean ecology, restore biodiversity, and in New Year, because a festival was scheduled for seasons, cause all about sound.
Up, as you know, and we talk about all the
Good afternoon from
often the kind of Middle East.
won't be any different.
Propane, please let Barrett propane.
There's about 15 so far.
To the low 40s.
At 602-277-1900.
Life. I'm Jeff. Solar.
On a time when atmospheric
Have 5 confirmed cases.
37 grados, amigos. Con el estado.
Okay, that's about a 33, 34 FM stations, and I'm going to switch to my AM antenna, which is less susceptible to interference from a nearby power line, real quick for the AM test. And since this radio does not have an original AM/FM switch, the way that we switch between bands is to turn it off and then right back on within about half a second. So here we go, off, on. Okay, now we're on the AM band, and we should pick up 3 stations.
And it's a beautiful 51 degrees on a Tuesday afternoon.
There's one.
56 degrees. 2 in Sierra Vista and 69 degrees.
There's 2. And then we get one towards the center here.
Hey, once again, here's your host, the CEO of the Prescott Valley Chamber of Commerce, Marty Ewell.
Okay, well, that's not my brother. Sometimes I like to brag about my brother being on the station, but he's not talking today. Alrighty, so we've got the AM and FM confirmed, and I'm just going to go back to FM just because I just kind of like being on FM. And we'll go back to our optimum FM antenna here, which FM doesn't care about power line noise. Okay, now we're going to test the virtual balance and fader. Naturally, this radio, being a mono radio, originally does not have a left-right balance control or a front-rear fader. Well, now we have both in this tone control. To activate the left-right balance control, we're going to turn this twice to the left. So the first thing I'm going to do is rotate this to a position where I've got room to turn it in either direction. We're going to bring our output level meters in the picture so we can see the results of our adjustments. And we're going to give our tone control 2 turns to the left to activate the virtual balance control. So here we go.
Balance adjust.
Okay, balance adjust. So now this same control is adjusting our left-right balance. Some gin blossoms there. Okay, going to center the speakers, and we're going to let it time out.
Balance set.
Balance set. Okay, and now I'm going to turn to a less popular song so I don't get a copyright strike in the middle of this video. Alrighty, now we're going to demonstrate the virtual front rear fader. Same procedure, except we turn our tone control twice to the right. So here we go.
Fader adjust.
Fader adjust. Alrighty, so now the same control is adjusting our left-right fading ability. You can adjust as long as you want, and then when you stop adjusting it,
Fader set.
fader set, and that setting has been saved. Now we can take our tone control back to where we like it to sound, which for most people is going to be all the way up for maximum treble. Okay, let's test the aux input real quick. I just feed a quick tone into it. Make sure that the radio triggers over. There's one side and the other side, and now after we remove the aux signal, the radio is going to hold on to that signal still for another 20 seconds, and that's just to keep it from constantly switching back and forth. If your little MP3 player is playing a really quiet song and it's not, that way it's not triggering falsely back to the radio during quiet music patches. So there we go, the radio just came back by itself. Now we're going to activate the Bluetooth, make sure that works, and all we do with that, we give our volume control 2 turns to the right to activate the Bluetooth into pairing mode. So here we go.
Bluetooth ready to pair.
Okay, and this one activates pretty easily. That's a good thing. Okay, so now as you know, I don't take the time to actually pair it. If it goes into pairing mode, I know it's working. So we'll move on to the 8-track function. After 90 seconds, this lady will come back on and say pairing not completed. So now we're going to test the 8-track. We've got some, don't need these meters anymore. We've got some Bonanza guitars on deck. Nice bright sound from the 8-track thanks to my special preamp. I switched tracks a bunch of times. Boy, that's some old-time organ sounds. Okay, there we go. Okay, we'll try another tape. Okay, radio comes back after we pull the tape out, as long as we have our little control cable connected. Got some Anne Murray here, so you can check the speed on some more familiar material. Okay, this is at the end of a song, so we'll wait and see if it's going to switch tracks or go to the next song on the same track. I'm still not too familiar with the layout of this tape, so we'll just wait and see what it does. And this tape actually has a couple of track changes in where they shouldn't be. Because of my repair work. Okay, there's our next song there. Okay, next track.
Pairing not completed.
Okay, as promised, that lady came back on saying pairing not completed. And incidentally, when you have your 8-track converted to work with a repro radio, these controls will no longer have any effect. The preamp signal goes straight to the radio, and all your controlling is done from the radio, volume, tone, balance, etc. Okay, some more track changes.
Sometimes I feel like yes, I've worn it out. I'm wide awake.
Alrighty. Okay, there's one of our accidental track changes. Alrighty, pull the tape out. Radio comes back.
My station.
And one more, we'll check a little Neil Sedaka.
I like Chick-fil-A nuggets.
She's gonna break your heart. Oh, honey, can't you see you're bring out the monkey business?
And that is a little trebly, so we'll just back the tone down a bit. This is also nicely showing off how much brightness my special preamp adds to tapes that are old and have lost a lot of their treble. We'll wait till the next song comes on here. We'll see that once you turn the treble all the way up on this, that it might be a little bit too much. We'll wait till some more trebly stuff comes along here. Just go a different song. Okay, there we go. Now we'll turn the tone all the way up. Yeah, that might be the first time you've listened to an 8-track tape and it might have a little too much treble. And that's because of my own special preamp that I replaced the original preamp with. So we'll back this down to make it sound more like a tape. Okay, we'll pull the tape out. Radio should come back. there's a radio back, and we are fully tested. The dial light apparently is part of the car on this customer's unit. It didn't come with the dial light, so I've got the orange wire left free for him to attach to the dial light if he wants to, and that completes the test. Everything's working properly. She's ready to go back to the customer. I'm pretty glad to be done with such a large job. And I'm Barry with Barry's 8-track and classic car radio repair, and I probably don't need to add too much to what I just demonstrated, except that there's a cool feature on this 8-track, this Ranger 8-track. It has a front panel head height adjustment, which helps compensate for tapes that are recorded out of alignment and stuff like that. Pretty cool feature. So my number is 928-533-9666. My website's in the description below. Thanks so much for watching and listening, and we'll see you all next time.